Hi, my name's Carol and this is my natural fertilizer assessment video. I found this lemon tree on the side of the road this week, and this is kind of my example of something seriously in need of some TLC and some fertilizer. The leaves are misshapen. There's a few bits of fruit there, but the soil it's full of weeds. Something there, I don't know whether that's a weed. The soil actually isn't that compacted, but obviously the level has gone down in the pot and it needs a good bit of weeding. And then I think I'll be adding a little bit of organic mulch. I'll give it some worm tea first to maybe cheer it up a little bit, and give it some mulch, some straw, a bit of well-rotted manure and some compost, and might give it some of the inorganic citrus food just for a bit of a pick-me-up. But this one looks sadly neglected. For garden mulch, I tend to use straw, bit of lucerne, bit of well-rotted manure, bit of compost mixed in with it. This is all a fairly new garden, but it's already started to settle down a bit because it was up to the top of the sides when I started. But I think it's just well and truly due for another couple of layers of compost and some straw. Now, I find the straw is really good because it does conserve water, and it also breaks down fairly readily into the soil, conditions of soil. It's just rained here a bit this morning, but the soil is really quite friable. I can dig it easily with my hands, but I still think that can have a little bit added to it just to top it up a bit. And next to that is my example of a mistake, I think, in fertilising and overfeeding, which is this container of strawberries. I seem to have made a bit of an error here. I made up this pot the same as I did the vegetable gardens, and I seem to have an awful lot of beautiful lush leaves and no flowers or fruit. So I don't know, I'm thinking perhaps I need to cut down a bit on the nitrogen and just leave them to their own devices for a little while, I think, and maybe they might flower and fruit, but I think that one may have copped a bit too much of the composted manure. But at least they're still alive, which is pretty good for me. I'm preparing to make some natural fertilizer, and I've got here 2 containers, and in one I've got some pretty well composted mix of manure and stuff. This was stuff I bought on the side of the road, so don't quite know what it is, but it smells delightful. Yeah, so that's in one bucket, and in the other bucket I have a bag full of fairly soft leaves that I've trimmed off the veggies. Now I'm going to fill these up with water and cover them and leave them out in the back for about 6 weeks, and I should have some nice tea for them. I also, of course, have my worm farm, which I can make some worm tea. I've just flushed that out, so I've got a little bit of tea there ready to use on the garden as well, and a little furry friend that helps. Okay, thank you. I will do a separate video. I've got to go to the hardware store this morning, and I don't know how to join videos, so I will probably do a separate video on the variety of different organic and inorganic fertilisers, and I'll post that separately. Thank you.